Hi there, Pear Plant Girl here. I thought I'd take you for a little walk through the garden this morning. I've actually been on a holiday for about 10 days now, and it's been unbelievably hot here. It was around 35 up to 37 Celsius, which is around the mid 90s in Fahrenheit. So it's been very hot and it was dry. I think we got rain once while we were gone here. So luckily I had set that drip system up in my garden before we left. So I'm curious to see how things look from just a quick glance. It looks like things did very well, and the garden looks like it's grown quite a bit since I've been gone. So I'm going to take a little look through and see what's happened. So the greens bed is still just going like crazy here. I can't believe with all this heat how well it's done. I think the thing that saved it is it does get some shade, if you remember from some of the earlier videos. There's a little bit of bolting happening here, but not a lot. Overall, it looks really good. So I'll still be getting some fresh greens out of there. The celery is getting a little yellow, which I'm not sure if that's too much heat or if there's a nutrient deficiency there. So I'll have to kind of play around and see what's going on. It also gets some shade during the day, so I'm not sure. Most of it's very nice and healthy looking, so maybe this is just older stuff. I'm not sure. And the peas are starting to get nice and full and ready for picking. So I'll definitely be getting some peas off of there. I know I came out quick last night and actually had a little nibble on them. And they're delicious, I'll tell you that. To me, that's one of the best parts about the garden. Not only can you feed your family nice healthy food, but when you're out working in the yard, there's always a nice healthy snack waiting for you. Yeah, there's lots of peas here. Just hanging. Some of them aren't quite filled out yet, but there's lots there. We'll have enough to have some peas with supper tonight. And the potatoes, I don't know if you can see, so they've flowered and the flowers are done on most of them now. There's a few in the back there yet, but so I'll definitely have to be pulling a few potatoes out of there. I don't worry. I don't know, I see a lot of people go and they just dump the whole bunch of them out as soon as they lose their flowers, but I've never had a problem just leaving them in the ground. They stay nice and fresh there, so I'll just eat them as I need them for the summer, and when it starts to cool down in the fall and the plants are really wilting down, that's when I'll actually get in there and start digging them all out before the ground freezes. The beans, they were flowering when I left, but remember they were knocked back so far there with that hail, and they're flowering, but I don't see, there's some little ones in there, but I don't see anything that's filled out enough to nibble on. I was out at my parents' farm last night, and Mom has beans going that are ready to eat, so I was picking the ones she had missed earlier in the day and eating them. I don't know if you've never, a lot of people don't eat beans raw, but they're another favorite I have in the garden just to nibble on. This is my peppers. The jalapenos are flowering. See that, but I don't see actual peppers on them yet. No, the jalapenos I think are just flowering. But look at these guys. These are my banana peppers. I've never grown these before. They're pretty loaded, some of them. Like this one has, I don't know, 4 or 5 down at the bottom, bigger ones, and then a lot of smaller ones coming. This one, I don't know if you can see them all hiding in there. There's lots in there too, so That's exciting. I don't know anything really about these peppers. I just see people growing them and I thought I want to try these. So let me know, what am I looking for? When do I want to pick them and eat them? Because they sure look good. And look at this. That's like California Wonder. Oh, the leaves are in the way here. I don't know if you can see that big one back there. That's a nice one. I usually grow the little mini sweet kind of snacking peppers and the jalapenos, and decided to try a couple other kinds this year. They look pretty good. The zinnias are just ready to burst into bloom. And the eggplants were full of flowers when I left. And you can see the Violetta eggplants. They're a longer, skinnier. You can see that there, and there's a couple more over on this side here. So that plant's full, so I'll be eating some of those. They're pokey. I just poked myself about 4 times there. And there's some, some there. Ouch. Ow. Oh, I'll have to get some clippers to get those off, but they look great too. And the Black Beauty are full of blooms. Oh, I see actually one. There's actually, where is it? There it is. Ow. There's an eggplant starting there on that one. So that's the Black Beauty. They're a rounder, fuller one. I think that's the only Black Beauty I have, but there's lots of flowers on those too, so I'll get more. And the dill. I just let the dill grow. Oh, did you see the little native bee there? The bees love the dill, so I just let it do its thing. There's the onions. I need to come out and get these pulled out. My little cherry. This is the little tiny tim. Oh, sorry, the shadow's really bad there. There's the tiny tim. There's my romas. Just loaded up. I don't know if you can see right into the plant. There's lots, and the shadows are really bad here, but all the aromas are just loaded. Here's a little cherry tomato. This is the one, it was knocked right back. I didn't even think this one was going to come back after the hail, and you can see a few little tomatoes there. Sorry if you can hear that humming in the background. My pool pump is running because it's a little green after being gone that long. And there's the Manitobas, looking pretty good, loaded with tomatoes. You can just see the tomatoes are just hanging, so now it's just the waiting game. It's always a hard thing. Once I see them there and they're getting so big, I want them to be ripe right now so I can eat them. They're looking great. And I have these couple that I threw in here. So this is that yellow pear, and they just, I don't know how long. It seems like they've been hanging here forever, and they're just taking forever to ripen, but they're there, so they must just take longer. It's kind of a wild bunch because these are indeterminate, and I never did tie them up properly. But there's the black crim in there. That's this one, so it has flowers. No tomatoes yet, I don't think, on it. Oh, wait, there's one little one. There it is, right back there. And then this chocolate sprinkles. Like I said, it had been topped off in the garden center, probably got damaged. I wasn't sure if it would flower because I'd heard that once they get topped, they stop flowering, but obviously that's not true because it is just loaded with blossoms too, so I'll definitely get some of those. And then my zucchini, I had one little tiny zucchini just starting when I left. And as you can see, zucchini never takes long, so that one's huge. If you can see all the rest that are coming in there, that we'll definitely have zucchini for a long time off that plant, which is the way it works. And the pumpkin, it's just my wild place here. I have all the vines for some reason in the same spot. I'm not sure how I did that, but pumpkin flowers everywhere. So I haven't looked to see if there's male and female and what's happening with that yet, but there's enough flowers there. I'm sure it'll do something. And I have a little bit of a string trellis, and the pumpkin always will actually, it's hard to imagine, but it will climb up there and kind of spread along the fence a little bit usually. So it's a good way to kind of save space, because pumpkins take a lot of space. And I just let it, you can see there's room back there, so I'll just let it, I'll train it out that way away from the garden back there. And I had thrown a little cucumber in here, and I'm seeing if the pumpkin has taken it over. It might have. I'm going to have to do some trimming on that. But there it is. So I'll just come through with the clippers and I'll clip off some of this pumpkin that wants to grow this way and smother it, because it really doesn't need to grow that big and it won't hurt the pumpkin. There's some flowers on that cucumber. Don't see any fruit. Looks like it might all be male flowers right now. The female will have a little fruit at the very back. Oh, there's one back here. If you can see my... So we will get some cucumbers. So there, I just wanted to show you, what it looks like. Sometimes people are really worried about their gardens, and they tend to think they need to baby them. And like I said, I went away for 10 days. I had someone here checking the pool and some of the flowers and that in the yard, but the garden was on drip. I think it got in that heat. I think I had it set for about 15 minutes twice a day, every other day while we were gone. And you can see that it did fine. It's well fed with mulch and compost, and it's otherwise just been fending for itself with lots of heat and doing well. So you don't need to fuss about things. Just put some seeds in the ground and enjoy what comes from it. But I'm going to get out here and get some of those peas and eggplant and zucchini picked off here and enjoy my produce from my garden. So, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.